back, everybody. This is Wayne Ross from the Tribe here in Boise, Idaho at Seekers of Truth Wellness Collaborative. Looking at session number 2 on the topic of resolution. So a couple weeks back, we jumped into the next tenet, that being resolution. How to, as we defined it, how to move our intention into action, as it were. So the tasks that we had from the last session were to complete one act of harmony, one of bliss, and one of faith, as we defined those in the previous sessions. So my acts and observations. I introduced myself to our new neighbor, Matt. I call him a new neighbor because they've been there for more than 6 months probably, and they've been busy and we've been busy, but those are all excuses, as we know, and it didn't take much at all to go over and do that. For Bliss, I was practicing polishing and successfully performing a lecture this last week in my lodge, and then faith, encouraging others to pursue different avenues for growth and reflection. My observations from these are very straightforward. Just reaching out to the neighbor across the street, making them feel welcome. There's no gain for me to do that. I can be shut off and not talk to somebody, and but won't be the point of that. So went over and introduced myself, and just struck up a little conversation with them, and we'll see how things go from there. As far as the lecture, really reinvigorated how I feel about doing those ritual pieces in the lodge. So it was a very, very good thing for me. Got a lot of people saying that it came off really well. It wasn't 100% word perfect, and I don't strive for that. It's more the performance that's put behind it and the clarity that the candidates get from it that I'm concerned with. And encouraging others to pursue different avenues for growth and reflection. These are like evolving things that are just always happening, just these conversations, but just being a little bit more deliberate with those has been very important and very rewarding. I'm not going to ever tell anybody what they need to think or believe, but just being there and being able to talk with somebody when they have a question or a resource that I might have looked at or something like that, always are good conversations to have in this process. So the act of creating resolutions and achieving them. Generally, we think about this every December 31st as we're rushing to try and figure out what a resolution should be for the year. And so I found some tips from Piedmont.org. Got a nice picture there of Times Square for New Year's Eve. And a couple of the tips that they had for achieving a resolution: seek support from others, create a reward system for yourself, and have compassion for yourself. This doesn't have to relate just to New Year's Eve resolutions. This could work very well with these things that we are trying to accomplish. And the second one is sort of going to go with our work for the coming session. So seek support from others. Ask your friends and family to cheer you on, let them know your goals and what you would like to accomplish. Create a reward system for yourself. Set short-term goals and reward yourself for meeting them. Have compassion for yourself. No one is perfect. Instead of beating yourself up, take a deep breath and keep trying. Pretty much a daily mantra. It's okay to ask others their opinions and get support and get help in those kind of aspects, especially when it's maybe something a little bit more foreign that we're not used to, and making small manageable goals. We don't have to change the world. We can start with talking to our neighbor, and then we can just move those conversations further and further. Maybe they'll have a conversation with somebody about what you had a conversation with. We don't have to get on social media platforms or YouTube or whatever and have a goal that in a week we're going to make everybody feel 100% better about their lives or current political state. That's not what this is about. This is about building something for yourself, so that you can then assist others in their journey. So, what do we do now? I was thinking of two of the many, many platitudes that are out there that come around these conversations. Put your money where your mouth is, and blank or get off the pot. These kinds of things we hear people say all the time, but those people who say that, are they putting intention into action? Are they actually moving out? They may have a thought about doing something, but are they doing something with it? Right? Instead of just saying these things here, put your money where your mouth is, right? Go out and do it. It doesn't cost anything to talk to your neighbor. It doesn't cost anything to volunteer some time if that's what it were to be. It doesn't cost anything to go outside and take a fresh breath of air when things seem like they're a little bit too crazy, right? So both of these platitudes here help us to redefine, right? Those who talk and those who will get out and try to make that effort for the greater good of all. Lastly, what we want to try and do for the next session sort of goes back into that support system. Share experiences of trying to bring the acts of harmony, bliss, and faith with anyone you choose, and take note of the kinds of conversations you have with them. Does it deepen your conversations by expressing to them your desire to make some change? Does it help them to understand more of what you're doing and what you're thinking about in these kinds of aspects? It could be a loved one, could be a significant other, could be a coworker, could be somebody that you're just getting to know or whatever, and just have those conversations with them about this thing that we're trying to do, ultimately to better ourselves in that process. So that'll be that third session of resolution, and we'll look at a couple of other ideas related to that as well. All of these videos are on our YouTube channel, and again, when we get through with a 3-session set like we did for the last ones, they again are posted on our website, Seekers of Truth Wellness Collaborative, which you can find on the web. And you can find these presentations, because I know they're hard to see at times, and the lighting in here with our tower garden really makes it go light and dark, so it's pretty hard. So I always want to make sure you guys have an opportunity to see these and understand what it is that we're trying to achieve here. Not trying to tell anybody they're right or they're wrong, just trying to create good conversations so that those conversations can create a life of their own. Have a great weekend, and we'll hope to see you soon.